I want to tell you about Daniel because his story is about something every injured athlete eventually faces, making the most important decisions of your recovery under time pressure and with the outcome genuinely uncertain. Daniel was 19, a state-level competitive badminton player in Penang, with a realistic prospect of selection for the national junior squad. 8 weeks before the selection trials that would determine that prospect, during a routine training session, he sustained a grade 3 lateral ankle sprain, a complete tear of the anterior, talofibular, and calcaneofibular ligaments. The mechanism was a jump landing that went wrong, the ankle inverting hard under his body weight on the court surface. He was seen at a hospital emergency department that evening. X-ray confirmed no fracture. A splint and crutches were provided. He came to physiotherapy 4 days after the injury. The 4-day gap meant the acute inflammatory response had already peaked without structured swelling management, leaving considerably more swelling to address than ideal early care would have produced. At the initial assessment, the picture was this: significant diffuse swelling extending to the midfoot, bruising along the lateral border of the foot, non-weight bearing on crutches, and full lateral ligament laxity on stress testing consistent with a grade 3 injury. The 8-week window to the trials was discussed directly. A grade 3 ankle sprain under normal circumstances requires 8 to 12 weeks of structured rehabilitation before return to competitive sports. 8 weeks was at the absolute shorter end of that range. It was achievable, but it required no missed sessions, daily completion of the home program between clinic visits, and a body that cooperated with the biological timeline. The anterior talofibular ligament repair sequence peaks at 3 to 4 weeks, but requires 8 to 12 weeks to reach adequate tensile strength for the cutting demands of competitive badminton. No clinical skill or patient effort can compress that biological timeline. The work is to align everything possible with it. The physiotherapist was explicit about the uncertainty. If the healing trajectory was slow, the timeline would extend regardless of effort or desire. Daniel committed fully to those conditions. He attended every scheduled session, completed every home program day without exception, and reported honestly when symptoms changed throughout the 8 weeks. The program ran across 5 overlapping phases. Phase 1, days 1 to 14. Swelling management through consistent elevation, compression, and cryotherapy. Early non-weight bearing range of motion exercises begun at day 3 to prevent fibrous adhesion formation. Upper body conditioning on a stationary cycle to maintain cardiovascular fitness without any ankle loading. Phase 2, weeks 2 to 4. Progressive protected weight bearing, transitioning from crutches to full weight bearing. Full ankle range of motion restoration with emphasis on dorsiflexion, early intrinsic foot, and calf strengthening well below the stress tolerance of the healing ligament. Phase 3, weeks 3 to 6. Single leg balance progressions from flat floor to foam surface to unstable pad, resisted peroneal and inversion-eversion strengthening, closed chain lower limb strengthening through progressive squat, knee, and step-up patterns. Phase 4, weeks 5 to 7. Return to linear jogging, then lateral shuffling at controlled speeds, then badminton footwork patterns without racket, with systematic monitoring of pain and swelling after each session. Phase 5, week 7 to 8. Full badminton footwork with racket, return to split step mechanics, progressive smash and net play introduction, and formal return to sport criteria assessment. At week 7, Daniel cleared all return to sport criteria, full pain-free range of motion matching the uninjured side, 92% limb symmetry across the single leg hop battery, and a full badminton training session without pain, swelling, or movement hesitation. He played the trials without ankle support or taping, the clinical benchmark for genuine structural readiness, not just managed return. He competed in the selection trials at 8 weeks. His case demonstrates what rigorous adherence to a biologically grounded program can achieve, even when the timeline is compressed to its absolute minimum. 8 weeks is the biological minimum for a grade 3 lateral ankle sprain, achievable only when the program is rigorous, consistently attended, and the biology cooperates with the timeline. He was selected for the national junior squad. His full recovery story and detailed program are in the link in the description.